That's fine. So let's see.
And I'm gonna grab some food during while we do this, if you don't mind. I have
No,
another
no,
3 classes right
problem,
after
buddy.
this. Thank you.
No problem. See, takes. So, which is the name of this line, first of all, you remember?
I don't know, man. I showed up to this game with only 14 minutes left on my clock. I was like 5 minutes late.
Knights, when you play knight c3 and black plays bishop before,
Oh,
this
that's
defense
Nimzo.
the Nimzo. And if you play knight f3 and he plays bishop before check, is the
Bogo Indian, yeah.
Bogo Indian defense. Very good. So
Something
here
like that.
you have two choices. Not only bishop d2, but also knight d2. But there's something you should know. You could avoid this, the Nimzo, Bogo, or something like that. How could you avoid this? Not playing. Maybe you're fine with the fact of phasing bishop before check or bishop before against Nimzo. But you could play here knight f3, and if he plays e6, you could do this. Then you avoid the bishop before idea. Then you can continue with bishop g2, castle, and then c4.
But then I have to commit to this, though. What if he doesn't do that? But then now I'm committed to
yeah, but you will play you will play c4 eventually. Yeah, but then you will be playing the Catalan setup anyways. There's no way
I prefer to play actually the
so
I prefer to play other things. For example, if I commit knight f3 here, I won't even he plays d6.
Oh, here?
Not here. Yeah, actually here. Yeah, sure. Yeah, even this. See,
then
already I can't play I play Samish. I can't play Samish anymore now if he plays King's Indian, for example. Or go back. Play c4. Let's just say he plays.
If you play c4, then bishop before will be inevitable. I mean, you cannot avoid bishop before.
I don't care about bishop b4. I only care about bishop b4 being a problem if I played knight c3 already. Then it's annoying.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Just
because otherwise, I would love to play, like, if he plays d5 or something, I'll trade and play bishop g5 or f4, whatever line that's called. Forgot what it's called.
Okay. So this is now kind of Queen's Indian, but the move d5 doesn't go well with the structure, isn't it?
Right.
Maybe bishop b7 first, bishop g2, castle, something like this, and then c5 or d5. In order to take on d5 with the piece, no? I think.
Right.
Because here on this position, after d5, pawn takes, which is the plan for white? Typical plan for white here.
You asking me? Honestly, probably just try to get e4. I don't know what else I would do. Try to get e4, maybe try to slow down c5 or something, put pressure on d5.
When you play c4 or move 2, I think, no? It's called the Queen's Gambit, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So why you think it's called the Queen's Gambit, this opening? Because you should play on the queen side, right?
So well, it's called Queen's Gambit because I thought it because of the queen side of the board, but maybe that's
right. So I think we should play on the queen side, isn't it? How? By means of using the c file. What happens to the pawn? What happens to the pawn on c7? What kind of pawn we have here?
Backward
pawn. Very good. So maybe we can occupy the c file with the rook. Yeah, knight c3 is fine. Castle, 95. Here, the pawn on c7 is a backward pawn, so black will try to play c5 at some point. Which is the move to stop c5 here? This is a typical position on the queen side, on the Queen's Gambit. he wants to play c5. This is the move he wants to play, and he wants to have this kind of hanging pawns on the center, right? But there is a move that prevents this, and is the move b4. With this move, you're preventing c5 ideas, and the plan will be just maybe we can double the rooks on the c file, or yeah, I think so. We can play rook c1, queen c2 maybe, then 95, and try to attack this pawn on c7.
Mhm.
I think black should play something like c6 here. Otherwise, we could even think about b5 and then double rooks on the c file. But b4 is a very interesting move. The idea is to prevent c5 here on this position. Then we can work on the c file. 95 looks also playable. Black plays, but the point is that black plays 97, and then your knight will be traded.
Yeah, I think 95 was just too early, not necessary right now.
Yeah, so b4, rook c1, a4, queenside expansion, and then we play 95 when we need it.
Right. I think so too.
Rook c1, h6, queen to d3, a6, b4. Okay, you played b4 right now. That's good. a4, 94, and here rook a1, queen d6, attacking the pawn, rook b1, and was a draw?
No. Oh, I think I forgot to promote the variation.
Okay, so rook b1. That was like this, no? F3. Oh, f3.
F3, yeah, I played F3. Sorry. Can you? Okay, I have to promote that variation, I guess, right?
No, but I can see it here. No problem. So let's see.
Well,
Queen
for later.
f6. Yeah. Okay. Here, queen f6
What move
attacking
was
the
that?
pawn.
What move?
Move 19. Move 19.
Move 19. I played. Move 20. I played F3, right?
Yep. F3 and then okay, that's fine. Takes. Rook e8. Now you are the one who has the backwards pawn. e3. Queen d6. King f2.
I think there's a
Okay.
couple of times I forgot to promote the variation, but let's keep going.
You know, this position is fully equal. You know, I used to play d4 in the past, but this kind of structures with I can say these lines, the Bogo Indian, the Nimso Indian, those lines are really unpleasant. We can say that it's really hard to win as white because it's kind of drawish.
Right.
So no, now it's fine. F3 is fine. Now I can see the moves much better. So here, I think now this position is kind of drawish. Even though what happened at the end was a draw.
This didn't happen actually. I missed some of the moves. Like I forgot to promote the variation. Can you go back?
Sure. Here.
Yeah, keep going. I'll tell you when I.
You know why is a drawish position? Because okay, you have a weakness on e3, but he has a
right.
He has a weakness on c7 also. You
Yeah.
have so he attacks your pawn on e3. You attack his pawn on c7. So if we go back here, maybe here instead of a4, maybe a4 is a move that commits too much the structure on the queen side.
Yeah.
And we should focus about maybe we can double rooks on the c file. Rook c2 is the move I like. And then we double rooks.
Actually, I should have played e3, knight e2, and knight f4.
Maybe. Mm-hmm.
I mean, if I want to make some type of progress or something, right?
And what happens if he plays g5 after you bring the knight to f4?
Or actually, sorry, not that. Now that I think about it, my knight really needs to go on f5. Maybe I gotta
Okay.
play like type of knight d1, knight e3, and knight f5 could be another idea.
And what happens if I play g6 when you play knight e3?
Well, yeah, h6 will be hanging, right?
Yeah, but then he plays king g7. You don't have a dark
Oh
square
shit.
bishop. You don't
Yeah,
have a dark square bishop here.
something
But
like
even
that. Yeah, yeah.
e3 is fine. If this move is fine. But I think the plan would be this: to double rooks first of all on the c file, rook c2, rook e to c1, and then we can find a way to bring the knight to e5. But how can we do that? That's the that's the biggest question. Maybe we can play knight b1, knight d2, knight f3, and then knight e5. The knight of c3 is not doing much. So
Right.
we can reroute it to b1, d2, and then in that way we open the c file for the rooks. You know, we can double the rooks on the c file, attacking on c7, and then we can bring the knight to b1, d2. I saw Karpov's game a long time ago with a maneuver like this on the queen's gambit. Position like this with the bad bishop on b7, the backwards pawn on c7, and with the pawn on b4 preventing c5. So a plan like this, we play e3 to avoid the pressure of the pawn on e2. Then we double the rooks on the c file, and we bring the knight to d2, and we wait to see black's defense. I mean, because maybe he plays well, but maybe he blunders. So in a position like this, I think the asset we need to take control of is the C file. Because why? Because black doesn't have the C file. We have the C file, so we must use it. If we, I mean, this looks like this pawn storm is a kind of minority attack, right? But now those pawns, they have a name. You know the name for this structure?
Yeah, your hanging pawns.
Right. And the hanging pawns are good when you have the chance to create a passer, right? Passer pawn. On this case, you have the chance to do that?
Nope.
No. So now those pawns are going to be targets for black. So that's why it's better to leave the pawn over there. If he attacks my pawn on b4, I play a3. So I defend the pawn.
Right.
Okay, let's continue. Because here the game was good. But as you can see, you never used the C file because you had to defend those pawns on the queen side.
Over and over, right?
Right, yeah. So maybe in the future when we analyze a game, we need to take some, I can say, teachings at the end. Some kind of sum up about what to do, what we did wrong, and what to do right the next time we play a similar position like this. Well, first of all, on this position, the C file is the biggest asset we have in our hands. So I think we should use it. 95 on advance is not a good idea. I think we can delay 95 for a bit. I think we must play b4 as soon as possible in order to prevent c5 ideas. And then we can double rooks on the c file. And then we could play 95, but depends on black's response. But I think the plan is like that. b4, castle, double rooks on the c file. Maybe we could play something like knight, and when we double rooks, something like knight b5. We need to be aware about knight e4 ideas because black will try to play knight e4, I guess.
He could
So,
have played that so many times. I don't know why he didn't.
yeah, but I think we shouldn't take on e4 because then he takes, and then our pawn on d4 might be a problem. After
Yeah.
knight e4, we can continue with queen to d3 or something, or queen e3, or yeah. Okay, so let's go to game number 2. Here you're playing as black, right? Oh,
Yeah.
Slav. You're a Slav man. That's good. This is one of the
I
line.
most boring chess you can think of. I play those.
Yeah, the Slav defense is very solid, isn't it?
That's my style. I love solid anything. I want
Right.
to play the most boring things and sit there until they make a mistake. Then I want to capitalize. That's my natural style. But these days, I'm trying to force myself to play more dynamic because anytime positions get dynamic, I lose.
Calculation and
Yeah, my calculation, everything is really bad these days, man.
e6, bishop e7. Okay, wait. After e6, now this is not a Slav defense anymore, right?
Semi-Slav now, right?
Semi-Slav. Okay, so there is something called the Maran variation. Have you heard about that before? About that name?
Yeah, I played the Moran, and I kind of did something like that here, actually.
So, which is the idea? We play knight d7, and we wait.
Wait, the last game. Wait, hold on. The last game didn't end there. Did you see the whole game?
No, because it wasn't. It was incomplete. No.
Go, keep going.
Here.
Yeah, keep going.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so that's what I was telling you, is that I didn't promote some of the variations when I was doing this. Yeah.
You see,
I'll tell you where I went wrong. Go ahead.
You stood the whole game defending those pawns. So the next time you play a position like this,
Oh, it ends right there?
Uh-huh. No, not yet.
Oh.
F3, knight takes, queen takes.
Yeah. Yep, all this happened.
King F2, rook E2, bishop D7 attacking the pawn. I think it's time to play B5 here. You see this? You see here? B5, pawn takes, and then maybe you can double rooks on the C file. The pawn on C7 will be a permanent weakness. Of course, the pawn on B5, we must defend the pawn on B5. But at least you just get rid of this problem. I mean, he's attacking your pawns, so you have tight hands over there. And the way to, you're stopping 2 pawns with 1. So maybe now we can try to trade queens somehow.
Maybe I didn't play it because I thought maybe at some point B5 might become a weakness or something. I don't know. I thought maybe he'll line up bishop, queen, and harass that pawn for a while, something like that.
Yeah, but you attack the C7 pawn also.
Mm-hmm.
So it's equal. At the end, it's equal. Okay, C6. This guy plays well.
Yeah.
E4.
Oh yeah, here I shouldn't have played E4.
Queen D2. But this pawn on E3 is a problem, isn't it? Oh, maybe a trap, no? Rook A3, and if he takes, then we play bishop H7 check.
Well, he has taking a...
Then check.
So yeah, that could have been played too. I think there was another move I was looking at that I should have considered, but anyway. E4 is just too weakening, man.
Yeah, the point is that your king is not safe here, isn't it?
Right.
But well, it's not a big deal either. I think E4 and okay, H4. G5. Oh,
Oh, he didn't play G5. He didn't play G5. Go back. What's the
ah,
variation? Other variation. He took on look at the other variations to the G5. He played Queen H5. I played H4 then. He did not play G5.
Okay, what he played?
He played. I played King G2.
Yeah, but now it's black to
Wait,
move,
sorry,
no?
sorry, sorry, not King G2. What am I saying? Hold on. What the hell happened? Oh, I played King. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. King G1. No.
H4, but now it's black to move.
Hold on, hold on. What am I? Hold on,
Pawn
one second.
takes, maybe pawn takes pawn?
After Queen H5, what the hell did I do?
H4, right? Or King G2.
1 second. Let me fix it real quick. He played Queen H5. I played H4. He didn't play G5. He played instead D takes E4, I think. No, that didn't happen either. 1 second. You play F5? Oh, that's what it was.
F5 right now?
Yeah, yeah. I probably just promoted the variation. So refresh the page, you'll get it.
Okay. Oh,
Okay,
F5, E5, no.
So go
So
back.
F5 is a mistake
Yeah.
because now you create a passer.
Right.
So F4. Oh, maybe he played F5 because he wanted to do this. But this is Bishop G6 and you win the queen?
Yeah.
Oh God.
He's done a full rook.
Wow.
I know it was a surprise ending.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, but I like the movie for because you're proposing, you're trying to win, you know, you're trying to force things. And sometimes God helps the reckless, isn't it? So
Well, I played
E4.
E4 because I had no time to figure out another defense. I literally had like maybe less than a minute. He had
Yeah,
like
the point
still
is
30 minutes.
holding over there, the opponent on E3 the whole game is annoying.
Right.
So this is a understandable move. I like it. I mean, maybe the engine says the other way around, but I like it. Then you try to play E5, F4, something like that.
Right.
And
if he takes it, then I'll trade everything off.
right.
And I'll try to focus on C6.
Good game. I think from this game we can take the tips I gave you at the beginning. Remember? Try to attack the opponent C7, play B4, double rooks on the C file. Don't play this early 95. Try to trade queens because on the endgame I think you're slightly better because of the C7 pawn. So if you have the chance to trade queens would be good for you as white. Because the C7 pawn without queens, the C7 pawn will be more vulnerable, I think. So yeah, at the end you had a good performance. I think you converted quite well. So let's go to chapter number 2. So you're a pure D4 man, right?
Yep, every game.
That's good. That's good.
D4, D5.
I used to be a D4 man. But now I play more E4 and English. But D4 was my favorite opening like 20 years. So imagine I have a bunch of things to recommend for you. believe me.
Okay, great.
And also studies, you know, I can give you backup about some of the lines you play. I could recommend you also some of the lines I like to play, but of course I will try to support you all the time. Okay, so
Sure.
here on this case, which line you prefer if white plays knight f3? Tell me.
Yeah, recently I've had a lot of issues with this since I don't know what to do, but I would have taken on c4. His move
And
threw me off, really. His move really threw
after
me off.
a4, after a4.
I would have played bishop f5.
Mhm. So here white has two choices, right? Knight e5 or e3. You see, e3 or knight e5.
Yeah.
And we are going to call this e3 the Dutch variation on the Slav. Why? Because it's the favorite line from the Dutch masters. And 95, the Sokolov variation. Why? Because Sokolov was the main supporter of this move, 95, which is, in my opinion, the best move for white here. What about this move? What do you think about the Geller Gambit?
Yeah, it's fine. I'm getting my black bishop out. So bishop g4.
No, that's not the best move. The best move is b5.
Oh,
And on this case,
right, right. He didn't play a4. Right, right. Hold on to that.
We will be greedy. In this case, we need to keep the extra pawn. We need to
Yeah.
defend and keep the extra pawn until the end. There is also after d takes e4, e3, in which
Then I'll do the
case
same thing. Yeah.
the same thing. Okay, very good. On this case, instead of bishop e7, we could play here knight d7, and we wait. You know, we wait until white develops the light square bishop. Let's say bishop e2 or bishop g3 to take the pawn on c4.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the Marin variation. So after bishop d3 takes, bishop takes, b5, bishop. Here he could play three moves, bishop d3, bishop e2, or bishop b3. But the most common move here is bishop d3. And then the move I like here is a6. And then c5. I have a study about this line. I can give you working with Middlegame strategy on the lines you play. We're going to analyze model games one by one, studying the classics and learning the middle game on every single line. And then we're going to practice. You'll see that you will improve for sure. About opening and middle game strategy, I'm pretty sure you're going to have a bunch of progress over there. So if you play bishop e7 is kind of passive, you know, bishop e7 here. Then maybe you could try to play with b6, bishop b7, trying to transpose the game into a kind of orthodox variation or something like that. But it's not the most, I can say, here I think, okay, you made a kind of transposition, isn't it?
Yeah, something like that, right. But I played a terrible chess here after this.
And
I
then
played like
c5.
absolute shit. This knight e4 is so stupid. What a stupid move.
Right. You know, because there is time to release the bishop.
No, man, I'm so greedy. I was just trying to take that bishop on d2. I was like, I need that bishop. That bishop was doing nothing. And my
Right.
knight on e4 looks great and all, but I don't have time. I'm look at my knight on b8, rook a8. What am I doing?
Yeah, you need to complete development first and then fight for the center. Even
I
though,
shouldn't
even
even
though
think before playing a move like c5, knight d7, a5, anything really. Anything that develops a piece, right?
c5, I think c5 is the move because you need to get rid of the backward pawn. If white manages to play rook c1, the pawn on c6 will be a backward pawn, and then the bishop on b7 will suffer to be on the game in the future. So this move must be played. C5 here. There's no way you can delay this move. You should play it. Then you can support the pawn with knight e7. But we have two ideas when we play c5. One, to unleash the bishop, and number two, to get rid of the backwards pawn.
Absolutely. So, it should have been played without even thinking.
And also we are planning to take the knight on f3 and double the pawns. That's
maybe
enough.
I don't know if I would have taken on f3, but yeah, maybe.
Yeah, then after we take, we could play knight c6, forcing him to take. Otherwise, we can take on d4, and this pawn, if he takes with the pawn on those doubled pawns are going to be nasty, isn't it? So, yeah, c5 is a very good move. It's needed. Knight e4, queen c2. You see now, white plays this move, then you cannot play c5 anymore.
Never play
so
c5.
easily.
Yep.
No, but you can
lost
play c5
after that move.
No, c5. No, c5.
Right now, yeah. Right now, I still had a chance. You're right. But now it's not as easy because the rook's coming in and stuff like that. But I should have gone for it.
Oh, but this is fine yet. No, but this is the move. Is not this. And now we take on c5. No? If he takes on b4, then we play queen b6.
Yeah,
and I think we have enough compensation because if the bishop takes, knight takes, we're attacking the bishop. The bishop must go to a2 or something. Then we play bishop b4, rook c8, rook f to c8, rook a to b8, and we have excellent counterplay on the queen side.
Yeah, definitely.
But I think here was
what did I do after 94?
No, 94 is not such a bad move, but c5 was slightly better. That's the point. But 94 is not bad.
What did I do after 94 queen c2?
Oh, you played c5, rook d1, and then knight d7.
No, I did not.
No? Was queen a5?
Yes. Yeah. I told you I played even the worst move after that. Queen a5. It was so crappy. That variation is already promoted.
Yeah, but queen a5 doesn't look so bad either. Yeah, maybe it was better to play knight d7, but queen a5 is not a blunder.
I didn't play this. I never played c5. I don't think.
Never? Oh, it says c5 here.
Hold on. Hold on 1 second. Are there any other variations in there besides? Well, let me see the end. No, this is not at all what happened. Hold on. Gosh, I need to remember to promote these variations.
Yeah, but now you know that in this kind of structures, the move c5 is like the main priority. We can say that c5 must be played yes or yes, and take on d4. Then we can put the rook on c8, another rook on d8. So that's the way to play on this position. The bishop on b7 must be quickly on the game. This bishop on b7 is important, that bishop.
Right. 1 second. One second. I think after queen c5, I played.
After queen c2, no? Oh, after queen a5.
I don't remember ever playing c5, honestly. So what am I missing here? Where is the line where I don't play c5? I'm trying to find it in the variations. Do you see any line where I didn't play
No,
c5?
I see c5 everywhere.
Every variation is leading with c5?
Uh-huh.
I'm so confused. This is not what happened. I found the end of the game. You can see how the game ended, but in the middle, I'm getting something is off because none of this stuff happened. What am I missing here? The variations are all in there. I'm just so confused why I can't find it. Oh, it was knight takes d2.
Oh, okay.
So whatever that variation is, I just promoted it. Let me see if I
Okay,
can.
technically speaking, why knight takes d2 is a bad move? Tell me.
Hold on one second. Okay, I got it now. Now it's correct. I did play c5.
You played c5 finally,
Yeah.
or? Okay.
Yeah, I did. I did. Yeah, now it's correct. Now I can play through it.
So let's see, 94.
Yeah, that's what happened.
C takes d is fine because you need to get rid of that pawn on c5. That's pawn on c5 is a problem.
Yeah.
Takes. Oh, this is not a good move.
Stupid move, man. Stupid move.
Right, because your knight is much better than that bishop, no?
Right.
So pieces without playing. Knight on b8. Where to bring it? To d7.
Now it's very difficult or impossible to develop it. You can't, right? Well, I guess you could have done that. I could have done that.
And
But I
then
didn't
rook
want to lose my
c8.
bishop here.
Then rook c8, queen b6.
He had knight c6 here, and I was like, oh, I don't want to give up my bishops.
Yeah, but knight c6 you can take.
Right.
And after this, now the knight c5. Or the other knight, no, this one.
Yeah. I would have been fine here.
The queen is trapped after 95.
Yeah.
95 and the queen is mine.
Mm-hmm.
I'm attacking the bishop on b3s. So he must do something about this bishop. Maybe bishop takes b4. Looks playable, but then rook c8. And I win a piece here, huh? Because now queen f3 only move and then I take the bishop. This is winning.
Right.
So this is a bad move, definitely. Knight d7, and then rook c8, knight c5, queen somewhere, could be a5, could be b6, could be c7. But okay, white has the d file on the Maron variation, but you have the c file. That's why you played c5 and pawn takes pawn to take control of the c file in the future. See? So
Right.
it's like the previous game. You had the C file, you didn't use it. Now you have the C file, you didn't use it. So use the files. The files are assets in your position. Use them because you can create a bunch of threats on the way.
Yes, yes.
But if the file is over there, you don't use it. You know, when you have something good in a certain position and you don't make use of it, is like you never had. So luck smiles you once in a lifetime. So
Right.
use them. I mean, use that luck.
Yeah, man, this tournament is not characteristic of my play at all, man. I haven't thought about chess at all recently. I took a month off from playing. Like when I say playing, I mean like I did not play a single game of chess for a month, and then I decided to play this tournament, and it was
No,
so rusty.
that's fine. But I
It's
think
so
here
rusty.
the main problem here was related with the opening because you
Yeah,
didn't
definitely.
know exactly what to do.
What the hell I
So
was
I
doing, right?
think we should work a bit on the Slav Marin variation. Um,
Mhm.
I'm doing this because I want to have a better idea about what to give you, which are your needs, right? So
Right.
um, let's go to C game number 3. Okay, that's good. You know, this left defense is pretty flexible, isn't it? So
Yeah.
G3, this line is harmless. I mean, the fianchetto on the exchange variation, like this case, the fianchetto here is harmless. Um, let's see, bishop f5. Okay, that's fine. Knight f3, e6, h6. Very good. a3, bishop e7, b4, rook c8. Finally, you're going to use the file. Nice. Bishop b2, castles. Okay, which is the plan for black here? Waiting? Tell me.
Black's plan?
Uh-huh.
Um,
After the
yeah,
move B.
I need to improve my C6 knight. This knight is stupid, really, on C6. So
Okay,
maybe,
after the move before, one outpost was created, right? Right, the C4 square.
yeah.
How could we bring a knight here?
Well, that's what I tried, and as you can see,
Hmm.
I played really stupid moves.
Take a look at this.
I tried your plan, man. I tried exactly your plan.
94, 96. And at the end, what happens?
That happens.
Oh, but wait. But here,
Here, I should have
okay,
taken one
but
of the
E4,
knights.
no, but this is fine. This is fine. Okay, D5. And here comes the problem because you, okay, no, you play 95. That's fine.
I don't think 95 is accurate, though. I think I should have just taken on D5.
No, 95 is good.
Wait, no, I didn't play 95. I'm sorry. I did not. Gosh, all these games, hold on, I gotta fix this. I played knight D4. Hold on, one second.
Oh, 94.
One second, one second.
Which is the idea after 95? I think we could play bishop G4 at some point.
Let me first check to make sure I got the game correct. One second.
Mhm.
Nope, that's definitely not what I played. One second. One second. Oh, shit, that's not right either. Hold on one second. One second, brother. Okay, now I think the game is correct. One second, let me just double check. Yeah, okay, now refresh and it's correct.
Okay, let's go back. So on the fianchetto variation, which is the plan for white? This one, knight d2 and e4. There's nothing else. White has nothing else but this. Knight d2 and and then e4. So, how to continue here? Okay, here we are going to take the knight on c3. I think we need to keep the structure like this. The pawns on d5, e6, solid position. The knight on c3 helps to the advance of the pawn to e4. But now we have the move a5, and this is the move we need to remember. How to attack this structure by means of a5.
Well, I
Okay,
saw a5 and I surely would have played it, but then after b5, then what?
b5, knight goes to a7.
And exactly how is this good for me after he plays something like a4, just holds on and gets more space?
Here we can play bishop a3 and we take the rook, right?
Oh shit, there was tactics here. Okay, I didn't
Yeah.
calculate on any of that stuff. I just saw that b5, I have to get my knight back towards the back rank, and that is not good. That's all I calculated. So maybe calculation issue there.
When you have
The
a
fact
bishop
that I did not calculate all this.
on the Slav defense, when you have a bishop on f5, and those pawns on the queen side are advanced like this, the typical move here is a5, putting pressure over the structure. And we can even take here right away. So if he takes our knight, we take. We're going to now to take the rook, and we have two passers on the queen side. But if you prefer the two pieces, you don't like these positions with the rook and two pawns for two pieces, then you can continue with knight a7, attacking the pawn. So now after a4, bishop a3, and you're winning material. There is no way white can save the rook, because if he plays, let's say, rook a1, we'll take the bishop on c3. You see, he cannot do this because of rook takes bishop. So there's a plan. The only plan for white on this position is e4. How do we create a kind of, how do we seize the initiative here? By means of this move. So important to remember, when you have a position like this in the future, with this structure, a5, you have a bishop on f5. So this diagonal is really important. And this bishop controls the pawns on the queen side. So a5, we are planning to take. Let's say white plays this move, queen to b3. Now we take the pawn. He must take, I think, with the pawn. And then we have queen b6, attacking both pawns again. So
Okay, that plan is not new to me, obviously. I just didn't play it because of the knight. I didn't calculate the knight. I just calculated as far as just knight a7, that's it.
The knight a7, bishop a3 idea.
Yeah, I didn't even calculate past knight a7. I'm like, okay, he's gonna play a4. And what did I gain from that? Nothing. I didn't see all this bishop a3 and rook trap and c3 bishop hanging, blah, 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 all this stuff.
But now you know this exists, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let's
I need
continue.
to calculate deeper, man. I calculate so little these days. I'm just becoming very lazy.
Maybe because your mind is full of responsibilities, and
yeah,
you
100%.
occupy your thoughts into more important things, maybe. So
yeah,
you need to relax, release some stress, try to have fun,
man, that's a whole separate conversation. I don't even know how to
how
get
to do
into,
that, isn't
because
it?
it's almost impossible. Let's just say I'm playing with the handicap that my mind cannot be that of a normal person, like chess player, where I think about chess. I see moves on my ceiling when I'm at like no.
Like this,
I
like the
think about
series,
chess
right?
for 1 hour when I'm with the coach, and that's it. That's the next time I think about chess is the next time I'm with the coach.
Yeah, but you know, chess is has a huge part of psychology, and if you don't manage to control your emotions while you play chess, then you're going to suffer. You know, someone told me once that when you play a chess game, you are your worst enemy. You know,
Right. Right.
sometimes you don't lose. I mean, your opponent doesn't beat you, you lose, isn't it? And when you
Yeah.
lose, you get pissed, you get disappointed about yourself. So who is your worst enemy? You. So if you're able to control your emotions, you lose. Okay, I lost. I lost. I
No,
mean,
I don't ever get mad at I don't have those kind of problems. Because I don't see chess anymore as a win or loss. I see it as a practice shot. You win, you make some, you miss some, but I see it as kind of like hours in the gym. It's no
and what
different from me at this
happens when
point.
you lose like 5 games in a row? What happens?
Like over the board?
No, 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 no. Online.
Oh, I don't ever lose 5 games in a row in like longer time controls, like rapid and stuff. I only do that in maybe like blitz.
But which is
I
your
usually just
reaction?
do like tactics after that, like puzzle storm, puzzle rush, something like that.
But you get pissed, right?
Not nowadays, no. I used to, but no, nowadays it feels no different from like if I'm going to the gym shooting basketball. My goal is to put up 1,000 shots or 2,000 shots in the next 30 minutes. I don't really care about 15 misses in a row. I see it like that nowadays. I don't think I have a problem with that. My problem
Okay.
is more like chess is not encompassing my mind outside of dedicated time with the coach, and if I play a tournament, that's it. I'm not even playing chess on a daily basis at all. Like not even a weekly basis, really. I play chess with my coach on the during the class. Like we play games online, blah blah blah, something like that. So maybe I
Okay.
need to start playing more chess. That's really what it comes down to.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, the
One second,
way
brother.
to
1 second. Let me let my
the
friend in the house.
yeah, practice. Remember, practice makes perfect.
Right.
So, well, I hope you have enjoyed our first meeting. We have analyzed 3 games. What do you say if we put some emphasis on your repertoire as black on the Slav defense to start? We can take a look at some of the lines you play, and we work with middle game strategy on those specific lines. What do you think?
Coach, let me tell you my situation, and my goal. So maybe you can then tell me. So, like you said, I have a ton of responsibilities. I have 2 businesses, a very complicated architect job. I'm big into fitness. I do like 5 different fitness activities at the same time. So chess is a very small thing, but I have a very dedicated goal of getting to national master. Like just 2,200 USDF is my goal. Nothing more, nothing less as of right now. And so I need to understand from you like what does it take? And my immediate goal was actually 2, 3, 4 months ago. I made a goal to get to 2,000 by December. I'm not gonna get that goal, I don't think. I don't think so. I'm only 1862 right now. I go out of 1900s and I fell again, etc. My question to you would be that what is the minimum number of hours I need to dedicate towards chess per week? Let's just say immediate goal is 2,000. And what, based on that, what do we need to cover in these classes with you?
Well, it's the first I met you 1 hour ago. So if I say something, mm, con, the final word right now, I would be lying to you. I need to know you more. I need to have more interaction with you. I need to to see your talent, you know.
Got it. Okay.
But chess requires, like, for being a complete chess player, you need to be good in openings. You need to pick up a repertoire that's suitable for your personality. You should be able to control yourself. You should be good in calculation, because calculation is the mother of results. I mean, when the master calculates like 20 moves and the beginner 3. That's the main difference, right? So if you're able to do this, you have a huge step on the way to mastership.
You really think that masters are calculating that much more than beginners?
Of course. And when you play against the master and you analyze the game, usually this is more than 85% of accuracy. But if you play against the beginner, what do you think about that? Chess is like like X-ray or something, like cardio test, something like that. Then
I don't think chess masters are calculating 20 moves in every position. Maybe in some scenarios, but I've done enough.
But well, I'm saying, okay, it's
they can.
Yeah,
maybe.
they can. I mean, it's maybe not 20, but at least 10. And the comprehension of the game is important. How to create a plan, how to convert one advantage into another. You can work on your own on tactics, that could be made, but comprehension, to understand what to do, which is the main weakness, how to convert one advantage into another, how to materialize, how to convert the advantage, which are the kind of methods of defense you could have, so I think we can work on this direction. Middle game strategy, comprehension of positions, creation of plans. We need to find a way to find the best move, to find the best plan on different kind of positions. We can work.
Right.
We can work on the middle games, on the openings you play, to see the main plans, the main ideas, and you will have backup by means of studies. Okay.
Got it.
Work.
Okay.
Good work.
Yep. Thanks, man.
Nice. See you around.
Okay.
Just keep in touch. Bye-bye.
All right, brother. I will. See ya. Bye.